guys something new that I believe will be of great help for those beginner drivers out there and those on their way to obtain their driver's license. I'm introducing to you guys the Driving TV series. So this series of videos will consist of driving tutorials that will be organized in order for those beginner drivers. For instance, today's video will consist of Driving TV Class 101, and we will try to have at least 10 classes or more teaching step by step how to drive from zero. So I'm very excited about this because I know this will be of great help. So let's get started. So the most important thing before driving is learning how to operate your vehicle. So when you are going to begin driving, you need to first get familiar with all the controls in your car so you can easily begin to start your practice. So let's begin with the easiest part, which is accommodating yourself and positioning yourself appropriately in the vehicle seat. You must keep in mind that you need to adjust your seat until you are able to feel comfortable and ready to proceed. This is done by looking for either a small lever or buttons in the side of your seat or under, depending on the vehicle that you have. You need to adjust your seat up, down, or forward and backwards, and make sure that your feet are at the adequate distance from your brakes and the accelerator. You must be able to comfortably reach them without a struggle. You will also find on the side of your vehicle always your seat belt, which is really important to put on immediately after you have adjusted your seat appropriately. You pull it over and across your shoulder and buckle it on a small piece that you will find right by your waist, usually always a red color that stands out. So first thing you will do once you're inside your vehicle is adjust your seat until you reach comfortably and safely your brakes and accelerator. Remember that your feet should look something like this. Your right foot will be the one operating while your left foot will be resting on the side. I will later explain why you should use one foot. Remember, you should be in a very comfortable position without having to struggle to reach the brakes or the accelerator. Your feet should be both resting comfortably at all times. Adjust your steering wheel so it points at your chest, not your head or your neck. Keep your hands at a 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock on the steering wheel. Alright, so once we are comfortably in the vehicle and our seatbelts are on, now we will talk about the brakes and the accelerator. This pedal in the center is the brakes, usually the widest one and always in the center. And on the right side, we have the accelerator. Now, for the best coordination and safety, it's best to operate these pedals with only your right foot. There's many people who ask me, why can't they use both? But truth is that using both will make this much more difficult and risky to control and coordinate. So I highly do not recommend this at all. Leave your left foot resting on the side as you operate your vehicle safely with your right foot, as everyone successfully does. Now, these pedals are used by applying slight pressure on it. When using the brakes, you push on it gently with your right foot. Same thing applies to the accelerator. You gently push on it until you reach your desired speed. You will become familiar with this as you practice and practice. Here now I'm demonstrating the steering wheel. So holding the steering wheel at the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock position with a light grip and use the push-pull method of steering, that is not passing or crossing your hands over the top of the steering wheel, but sliding and turning the wheel between the two hands. This is an efficient way of steering, and your hands will be close to the auxiliary controls if needed. Furthermore, here we have a small side lever, which is the turning signal lever that is used to signal when you are turning a desired direction or changing lanes. Very important to know how to use this because you will need to always use them when you are driving and want to turn to a specific direction. This signal lever turns the lights on that shows other vehicles where you are turning so they are aware. So, if I pull the lever down, the lights will indicate other vehicles that I will be turning to the left or changing lanes to the left. Just like I'm demonstrating here. If I pull the lever up, the blinking light will indicate I'll be turning or changing to the right. It's very simple. In all vehicles, you will find this lever at the same place behind the steering wheel. Now, this other level on your right is for the wind wipers to clear your mirrors when it's raining or dirty. Regarding the rest, you must keep in mind that some of these car controls vary for certain cars. Some cars are built a bit different and have their setup differently, but overall they serve the same function. When you first learn where they are located for your car, you won't have a single problem. I am basically showing you the basic ones that will be the same for all vehicles. Great, so what did you guys think? Remember, it's very crucial that you practice and get familiar with your own vehicle and practice what was explained throughout this tutorial, which will make it much easier for you to get started and begin driving. So what will I be explaining next class? So next class, which is class 102, will be a continuation of functions of the controls in your vehicle. So I highly recommend you that you stay tuned by clicking the notification bell and subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on the next class. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure that you guys give this a thumbs up, comment below, and again, do not forget to subscribe.